It's an exciting time here on GG Yakuza. We're doing another Pro League review. It's invitational. It is the playoff stage, elimination. It's a lower bracket game between two NA teams. It is Astralis. It is Sonics. We're all here. David, Andrew, Jalnar.
Yep.
We're going to watch some Border. Right. I think actually the last time, Andrew, you were in this, it was also Border.
Oh, right.
Coincidental.
There'll be better showing this time, I'm sure.
But look at this Frostban. Who would I play? I play Frost, and I hold CC, right?
Yeah.
But you go with somebody else with a shield, right?
Yeah, or Azami. So there's a reason, I believe, that
Astralis banned Frost, so
Yeah.
Sonic tend to use her.
no, well, there was in the last game that the Sonics had on Border prior to this, it was against Dark Zero, and Rexon holding like the printer area above the hatch in one of those, and like the bathroom site. Got a 4K, just stood there as Frosty, just walked about shooting people. But I don't think that the operator was really important to that. I don't think there was any like frost mats or anything. I think it was just him shooting people. Well, Frost's gun is easy mode. Right. Nomad's an interesting ban. And Dokubi. It's like Sonics are like, don't interfere with our roam, and then Astralis is like, no, you don't interfere with our roam. Huh? Anyway, last ban. Who will it be? Valkyrie? Solace? Azami? Azami.
Azami ban?
It's bound to be one of the three. Azami is very banned. Much banned. Astralis doesn't exist anymore. It got absorbed into SSG. Yeah.
When is this from then, you know?
February.
That does explain why I stopped seeing their YouTube videos.
Yep. Some of the players from Astralis and some of the players from the SSG roster are now the roster. Forest's there. Whoa, what's happening here?
I'm getting epilepsy.
That's an epilepsy warning.
Whoa.
I
Is it,
think we need to blank out this portion of the video.
is it on their feed or?
No.
Oh, there we go.
Forest was
That must
just
have been a
too,
glitch.
was just too handsome.
That was a player glitch.
They're defending server first. Server. I can't remember the name of that. Server Workshop or something, right?
Yeah.
But that's, yeah. No, Ventilation Workshop. Servers will room in between them.
Yep.
Yes. They're holding above, as you would. Valkyrie.
Mhm.
Mute Solace. The castle's interesting.
Reinforced the hatch.
Yeah, and they've castled people out of the site. I guess that makes sense. That's a good castle because, like, it just splits the map in half.
Cuts off, yeah.
Oh, maybe they've opened the hatch in office.
Or they've opened the hatch in the small office. Yeah, they have.
Oh yeah, they've opened the hatch in office. Yeah, I mean small office.
TCSG. Sonic skin.
Astralis and Attack have got two hard breachers with Hibana and Ace.
And they're using the Hardwich gadget from Buck. They are getting those hatches open, even though they're arcade. One of the arcades is used in the armory wall, and the other one's in his pocket. So
Ooh.
they're just going to hold the verticals. Like, just how you play this site. No, like, Castle's really good in this map because the balcony on the top floor is also castleable, so you can really just cut the map in half.
Yeah.
Castle's opening all the verticals with his very short shotgun. Where's G?
Yeah.
Mute plain sight.
Cade's got electrical.
Long angle getting opened. Yep, he's got one in his pocket. I don't know what that's about. Maybe they're going to try to trick. Playing those angles we were talking about.
Or maybe wait to find out where they're approaching from.
Well, Kyrie's dropped, but two other players are remaining up. Yeah, they've got our Castle just got tickled and then he dropped.
Just a lick there.
Oh, here's Cade. Did Cade drop? Cade threw the electrical, so they were trying to trick. But like, I don't. Lost an ump there. I don't like the surrendering of the top floor because you're up there. You've opened all the verticals, and then you left. Like the point of that. And then Valkyrie gets slapped through the floor.
Habana finished.
They're opening more verticals.
More
That'll
hatches.
get the hatch. Oh,
They're opening everything.
defenders have burned their C4s.
Well, yeah. You can get anyone. Going to the trade game anyway. That was a pistol kill.
This nice handgunning.
So they just
And
forced
the
their rent a
planting.
set and I mean they would have known what the mute was because the mute just killed a teammate, but it's just castle, so Yep. About 3 rounds a minute from that pump.
They didn't even get started firing.
And it's a plan, so that'll help their stats.
In the Pro League scoring, do they get points for planting? Or is it just
No,
like-
they just win the game, but it appears on their statistics. Like
Oh yeah, like
Yeah,
successful attack.
individual statistics.
It's invitational, February 7th to 19th. Happy Valentine's Day. Yeah, like ratings, KD, entry.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to like every single one has either Shaik or Breedy. Like in the top 5, and like BDS didn't even make it to like the quarterfinals. Yes. Although, but this is like interesting because like Border, we're watching Border, so like the win rates, overall 49% defensive win rate. Like most of them are close, right?
Yeah.
And then there's Supply Customs.
Yeah.
It only has 10 plays, but that's probably why it's only at 10 plays. It's awful.
It's very attacker sided.
Yeah.
We can see that with like all the maps. There's always one that's like right at the bottom with very few plays. Like CCTV, tellers. And they can have like really high percentages, like kitchen dining on Oregon. 15 plays, 67%. Living library, 100% with 4 plays. It's because people will only go there if they think
they
they're
have
going to
a
win it. Yeah. Like,
they have a specific strategy in mind.
that's not what I was looking for.
Why are we not full screen?
Because I was in the wrong
Oh yes, we are.
video.
There we are.
Yes.
I was
Right.
thinking it seemed a bit wrong.
We've got, well, there's Chalet for one thing. We've got Alibi, and she's still had the shield, and she's not bringing it. We've got 2 operators here that have shields and not brought either
Yeah.
of them.
And we've changed up to Armory office.
I mean, it is the most defender sided.
Yeah.
Yes. The no castle note.
Nice rotate, I like that rotate. Nobody with
Is
the
it
shield
playback, isn't
and nobody, no Izami, yes. So they're holding the armory wall. It's going to be hard for them to play CC. Well, not playing the CC shield at least. Alibi is the only person here with passive utility. Everybody else has to stay alive to use
The
their
IQ,
utility.
can the IQ see Solus when she's
The
using the
IQ
gadget?
sees Solus, yes. It's like the Spider-Man meme.
Vice versa.
Solus doesn't see IQ.
Solus does see IQ.
It does, yeah.
Yep.
I was going to say that's...
If it runs on batteries, they see it.
Wouldn't see Oryx.
He doesn't run on batteries.
He's just tall. Right, this is a dirty angle.
I thought it was more that he could jump high. Springy legs.
What's the idea here? clear break and then open the armory vault. Their Twitch get murdered somewhere. Over the east stairs, right? Where was the Valkyrie? No, I have no idea where Valkyrie is. No, it was Warden. It's not Valkyrie. Okay. Yeah, Citizen playing the dirty Solace here. Playing about that angle. If you had somebody with frag grenade, you could get them, but your nuke's dead. And he's just going to play behind the desk without the shield and a P90. You see the point of the CC hole? Like, they have to take it if you want to attack that wall. IQ's below.
Yeah.
And is done in by Oryx, and that, yep, there's Oryx using his utility.
Oh.
Try to get an ace with a bearing 9. Yeah. It's about as you'd expect.
Trend. So was Armory Wall even reinforced there? It wasn't?
Half of it was.
Alright.
Not just any ace, a clutch ace.
Yep.
With a bearing 9.
I don't think they had that guy's at the same keyboard as me. I don't think they had the correct.
The angle of that keyboard?
I know, yeah. Citizen.
What?
You mean the newest one, right?
Yeah, how?
Yeah. He's a Brit, Andrew. Right, this site. So they didn't bring the utility to clear out CCTV. Like, they knew there was going to be people in there and they didn't do anything about it. They just walked in, break door, and get murdered. See, they're reinforcing the wall from office into archives. That's an interesting castle.
Same words. Hmm.
Probably to stop them opening like an angle through from the other downstairs site. I can't remember the name.
Yeah.
Oryx above. This stupid bug that exists in Pro League, right? Like in the observer thing. You've got the icons and the names above operators, right?
Mm.
But only when they're on the floor below. Like it's like Oryx doesn't get it here. But it's not even like it is Oryx playing on like Wrexham. But then we go to the floor below. And everyone's names disappear. Great. That's a nice castle because it means people can't push in the little passport bit. Like it's just like a dead room with footholes. It's just.
Well, they could push in, but they'd get murdered through the footholes.
I think.
Assuming anyone's watching.
What are they going to do?
Oh.
Site.
That's an interesting castle too.
Playing above again.
Mm.
Right on their utility to hold Armory Wall. There's a Thatcher up, so.
Thatcher opening jail, is it?
I need Thatcher for it, but. Sneaky. Only not very sneaky. Yep, get pulverised, mate. Just run in his nuke. Not really sneaking about, are you?
Indeed.
He literally just missed that Oryx. Yeah, they're forcing the Thatcher to be played because they're electrifying, which means that they're losing out on other utility. You know what I mean?
Mm. They're being forced to bring a Thatcher.
Did he time it?
No,
they both.
mistimed it.
And he get annihilated by
And spin to the wall.
and another one. Sometimes you just need an ash. Yeah.
G36 wallbang. And Castle's hunting.
Literally just missed that Thatcher.
Mm-hmm.
Like the us being able to see through the walls makes it
Yeah,
interesting.
you know how close they were to identifying.
Yeah, he was expecting someone to be there because he gets spotted, and he gets kissed.
Mm.
He's now last alive.
No
On
ace.
these stairs.
These stairs is a strong position here because they cover almost the whole map, right?
Yeah, they're planting them, which is going to force them off it.
I mean, he knows exactly what the guy is. There must be a camera up. Or a yokai or something. Oh, no, no. There's Ash. 4K. Well-dressed,
Yeah,
coach.
he's like that every time we see him.
Sonic's coach is just wearing a Sonic's hoodie. That's all girl. That's
The
all
sort
girl.
of way I would dress, just the hoodie.
Crouch walking Ash. Yes. Got everyone.
With the exception of Gio, who's last man up on East Stairs. Way off in the distance. Spiff, boy oh boy.
Right. Jane Eno seems to like the that DMR, can't remember its name. It's quite played Twitch and Line a lot. We're getting the Flores play Android.
417. Yes. Flores.
Yeah,
But
upstairs
her
holding it.
days.
They're getting still picking Thatcher, of course.
And
But different Thatcher.
Callie.
Callie is weird, right?
Callie was the last operator to get picked at all at this event. Until it swapped off to Flores.
Again, the Solace and Castle picks.
Footholds. All the footholds. Play Fountain and watch people pushing any stairs. And again, they're holding above. They've not brought the kid to try to do the electro boogie. Oh, that'll damage their castle plans. See, it's sad, like, to see things like that because you know they've got a mute, right? So, like, why not mute it and then open the rotation onto the site of the.
They don't have a mute. No?
Yeah, they do have mute.
Oh, they do, sorry.
Geometrics, isn't it? Mute.
I don't know why. I don't know why I
He
said
had
that.
one jammer still in his pocket. There it is.
Still there.
The icon had gone, so I couldn't tell if it was still there.
He's going to try to trick his mute. He's not above, so he can't. But again, they've opened the verticals, so they need to hold this, right?
Will they?
No, they won't, but they should.
Yeah, he's just running away.
Oh, that was unlucky. Whoa, that's done. R4C.
Ash has actually killed this thing on entry.
Oh, castle's
That was a
done.
good information play there, though, right? Because the Zofia. Well, the Zofia just knows the guy's there, jumps in, gets a kill, and runs away again before they can trade.
Mm.
And it's just the trade games happening upstairs as well. So Astralis have got the numbers advantage. Stood in the desk so he can't get C4'd. Okay, stood in the hard floor so he can't get C4'd.
Oh, there goes the jammer.
Yep. You don't want to take that gunfight, that's always going to be attacker favoured. Downwards in the verticals.
Oh, that on the other hand.
And then the big fat mute couldn't get away fast enough. And
Yeah, but it was running the right play there.
Took it down to a 1-on-1 and then they won it.
After you get the kill, I guess they're going to.
Ho ho ho, that.
okay, so he gets the kill, right?
Yep.
They still get just over half a mag in the SMG, I guess.
Yeah, he's got ammo to fight, and he has got a primary weapon as well, like shotgun.
The shotgun.
This.
Yeah, the Solace getting the.
Imagine jumping that.
What was the time? They did quite a while left. Yeah.
Yeah, plenty of time.
They were determined to get that trade, and it was just
A little bit too
ambitious. Yes.
Hmm. And you even fire your gun in midair, I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Citizen.
I know what would happen if you
Is this
tried
a-
to do it in real life. You'd do a backflip.
Is this a TTO? No.
TTO.
Tactical timeout. Like 45 seconds. Speak to the coach. Yep. Nice rotation. Oh, they're bringing the cap can. What are they going to do here? They're going to hold CCTV with Capkin. Screen up. Double Oryx on the metal stairs.
Twitch play.
Jump out for the drone.
And Twitch DMR, of course.
Could get rid of the Capkin traps, I guess, as the Wamai discs. This feels like Wamai more than Jaeger here. Yeah.
Is Wamai speed 3?
No.
No.
Why? Try and roll back because there was a 30 big Capkin trap. Look at that.
Yep.
They even look like doors and there's 2 Capkin traps on them.
Yeah, I always put an EDD there when I'm Capkin and above.
Yeah, it's strong. I agree. Oh, we've got a Finca, that's unusual.
Oh yeah.
And Ace try to shout he's on Ace charges. like he's opening. Why? Why are you not allowing me to go back? Like he even aims for the top one, but like they're opening a long angle, like down to the metal detector from break door. But why is he opening it and then deciding not to?
Maybe he wants I wouldn't even see through but not jump through.
That could be it.
It's only one vert high.
To me, it looked like he was trying to shoot both of them, but is this a pro Nyana?
Maybe it started to do that and then they get information that suggests that it was less safe.
Yeah, there was about to be like a commando crawl fight there, but they didn't see each other.
That's the frag grenade, which just does damage, no kill.
Yeah, nice rotate. Frag grenade to like to the floor below, and then that the ace does the right thing, swing at it, because like you're gonna force a guy out, but he loses a gunfight
Very close.
very closely, and then Wamai gets a kill as well.
Hmm.
Spiff's the hero here of Astralis, and Finca brings their health back to full. How's okay? That like that's the angle I'm
That's
talking
the
about,
long
like
walk.
through
Yeah,
through
you mentioned it to me a few times. I've been playing in the security cubby.
all the way through Fountain into office, like
Yep, they've got that third wall open too.
brutal. I think that's a comms issue though, right? Because Capkin abandoned that, so the Wamai should have known that like attackers had control of that angle.
Keep wondering about drones smashing windows. Like,
Dead.
Are-
yeah. They're
are
pretty
the
big
drones a
windows.
kilogram or are the windows made of sugar glass?
Well, there you go. Oh, that was close.
Yeah.
Like if it had been less time,
Is that Finca getting the last kill?
if there was less time, he would have won that. So that's like Sonic's need to hold for longer, right? Like need to waste more time, and they're what is that? It's a sledge, but like if they were able to hold them in CC for longer, that would have been the round to them because they killed the planter, but they don't have.
How did attackers win it? That was the defender killing all the attackers there.
No, there's
No,
the
there was-
last attacker was behind him.
3 attackers, and I think it kills the warden.
Oh, right, I see it.
I know what you mean. Yeah, it's
Stalled
wasted
for
a bit more
longer.
time, harassed him a little more.
Zero Irish Giants are just excellent at clearing CC, but what resistance did they have? They had a Capcan in E-Box, that was it. And he ran away after the first gunfight.
Mm.
Caught in a deep angle all the way from 90 through Fountain. Did not expect the angle to be there. Astralis. Beautiful recovery from what could have been a throne 1 versus 3. Became a clutch 1v1.
Bottom floor, Castle again.
Taylor's bomb site. Second attack.
Castle, Capcan, Cade.
Mm.
Extending
Me-
into a
Mira-
workshop.
First time I've seen Mira so far.
That's a weird castle. I wonder what the point is of that.
So they can't come in at.
No, they can't come in.
Far
There's a
end.
big double door beside
So
it.
they can't come in the far end and just snipe them.
So those where the icons changing for the operators and the attackers, that's repicks, right?
Yeah.
So they've taken the line but changed who is being lying
Yeah, they did that.
and bringing switch.
Yeah, they do things like that. Twitch will be because of the mirror. Where are the mirrors, by the way? Oh, she just put them down
There's one
now.
going down.
Fountain.
Elrons and CC.
I'd be worried they're getting banged from east stairs. But there's a fountain in east stairs. No, there's a mirror on east stairs. There's a mirror there. There's a mirror there. So they're like
I must see where it was.
holding this area, I think.
Mm.
Facing north.
And south, there's one there.
Oh, you're facing south, yeah.
Well, that one
Yeah, I
is.
must saw where it was. It's that.
That one's north. So they can swing east stairs. If east stairs try to swing the guy on this one, watch archives.
They don't really have the best tools to deal with these mirror windows. They have no hot reach, no ace, no Hibana. The Twitch
Whoa!
really the only way to
That's
deal
a bit
or smoke.
funky.
Wibbly wobbly. Look at the TCSG meta. All that TCSG.
Heavy presence upstairs from Sonics.
And I'm sure it's not at all because the TCSG has a Sonic skin.
Not gonna get
Here we go, Andrew. This is the device you should be
thrown in as
so comfortable with. You
Touch-
No, the little tower there.
Alright.
And that's the direction you want to throw your grenades in to get that guy.
What is the idea when it comes in here? It just drops where this drone's dropped?
Yeah, pretty much. Blow someone up who's playing in an office. You got the mirror window. The castle on the window is nice. Citizen on the Capcan again. See, Zami's strong in that position, but obviously they don't have a Zami.
Oof.
This is why they brought Citizen on. Because he was on G2 prior to this tournament. And then obviously Sonic's picked him up last minute before the tournament. Which is funny because G2 won the tournament.
I guess they offered him more money to move to them.
I don't know. Don't know how contractually obligated they get. He's just trying to get exit kills at this point because
Mm.
there's 5v1. How did everyone else die? Did they just die on entry?
What's they done?
Because I saw the two guys get killed on East Stairs, but how did Lion and Yana die? Busy watching the Twitch run do its thing.
Yeah.
Who killed them? Oh, the electro shuffle's happening somewhere. So Yana dies to Gunner with C4s. It's probably on Armory Wall, right?
Mm.
And then Geo, where is Geo? He's downstairs.
Killed by Castle.
Yeah. Yeah, Geo's in bathroom, so they killed him in Workshop or servers?
Servers, yeah.
It's an odd one.
Oh, castles and bathroom, it couldn't have been servers, that's what the castle barricade was about. But workshop, yeah.
I mean, there still is another angle, right? 'Cause there's still
Yeah.
the double door.
Where was aiming just there? Like,
Alright, yeah, his angle is on the open double door. The castle barricade is to stop them coming through the other way. Force them into his angle.
I felt like there was like 2 solo pushes there that weren't necessary. Although this, like, these 2 guys pushed together. It just doesn't really go their way.
They just got annihilated.
Yeah, Citizen. Doing Citizen things. Which is nowhere near the building. There's a minute left, so I mean, if he wants to stop and take a time out so he can talk to his team, the DMR does a lot of damage.
Mm.
We probably should open that first. Do we got any? I don't really have any soft breach. Unless Thatcher had breaching charges.
Could have. I didn't notice.
I think he's been bringing breaching charges pretty much every time.
But like, you know they're bringing a castle, so why are you not bringing like, you know, Flores or Sledge or somebody, right?
Mm.
Like, if that's the case, Sledge is probably better than Buck, right? Ying up.
I would have said so, yeah.
Ying's not bad, right? So why not bring Ying? Great for the execute and has the hard breaches. There he is. There's your German boy.
Oh,
The big German man. And the
on armory.
and a fat
Saucy,
dog. The idea is you jump and keep the ball shut, which is like it's adequate 'cause it's a single wall, and then the ADS stop grenades can over get rid of the jammer. Jammer on the suicide spot to stop them coming in that tower. This is a shield.
It's a very interesting shield. I suppose you can play either side of it, depending on which side they push.
If they push both.
Yeah, then you
Speaking of shields, also side swap.
Yeah, it's
Mm.
attackers are now defending.
What was the win rate for this map? Defender side win rate? 49%. So you probably expect like this. You might expect like attackers to take it maybe a half. But it was 50-50.
Strongest site on the.
This is the strongest site, yes. But the map in general was 50-50. Or 49% defender win rate. I think they're going to go for an east push. I think,
Oh,
yeah, they're
yeah.
going to do what we do, but Glaz will be out where Andrew goes, and want to be part of the plan. This might be a better way to do it, because like, I think it gives the Ying more freedom.
Never opened
I
the
like
door with
I like Zero,
0. Oh, no.
because you can
Ooh.
set up so much like flank watch. Nomad's banned, so bringing Zero for the flank watch. I think he's played enough. That wouldn't get you if you were doing this, Douglas. That's small.
Yeah, just crouch and hold F.
Glaz got the muting fountain. Yeah, maybe if I go that position and Andrew just like, you know, Ying's archives and sends it as you plant.
Yep.
Just rushes in and kills people while you're trying to plant.
Indeed.
Kind of like that. Not
Yeah.
really.
The Doc got slapped at nose and Doc. The SAS boys get slapped about. So did Ying though, but now they have the problem of a big juicy Monty sitting on the diffuser. And Glaz covering it. Doc's outside, okay. I think they know where he is. Jaeger got annihilated.
And that was
Doc is down the glasses, I think.
So it's just Zero. No, Gino's made the cross. He can get on it. Doc is in the position you usually play, Andrew. Doc is on that window.
Turn the tables on them. He's not going. I think it's going to kill Diffuser. I don't know what that's going to.
Yeah, as long as he kills Solace, it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah,
That's a game. Like, what's going to happen? Like, what's going to happen next? Yeah.
Next episode, right?
You go for the Solace, and then it doesn't matter if you die because there's enough time.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I was just wondering if.
Technically, Rexon's still alive. Like, Baz didn't die.
Yeah. I was just wondering if Doc was going to get Zero first, but it looked like that was going to happen. What happened?
That is the play. Like,
See,
they've
if it
not
wasn't-
got enough
if it wasn't
time.
Doc, it's somebody faster.
Yes, if it's someone faster, they
Somebody
might
faster
have
than Doc.
got up that ladder quicker. Because he must have come up the ladder. Defenders don't repel.
Mm.
Right, bathrooms. There's an interesting order of sites, right? Because Astralis tried like workshop first. This is very different because they're reinforcing off workshop. But I like this. This is fun. So
Mm.
they've opened the wall, usually reinforce, and they're castling off his stairs. So we just turn these stairs into a fortress, and you can like watch the entire waiting area. You can watch all of above. It's strong.
Yeah, but of course there are still those gaps there.
That's how you shoot them. Like, as long as it's like a vaulting gap, it's like defender favoured. Because you
Yeah.
can just be back and I can try to vault and get you, then it's
And so they can fall
The
onto
vault
the actual
position.
stairs part of these stairs to protect
Oh.
themselves from the balcony and the windows, right? Because there's a few points that face onto these stairs.
yeah, but
I know they've got a sanctuary sort of
yeah,
towards the bottom of these stairs.
or on the stairs.
Or yeah.
Zero again. Like I like there was the buck every round like last attack.
Thunderbird.
I mean there is a buck. The Thunderbird's weird. There is a buck, but they've got zero with the hard breach and they've got ace. Like ace isn't great with hatches, but I just think it's better use of utility. Like the Ying could have hard breach as well. I'm assuming they're going to try to use Ying for the smoke to plant. They really could just rush the window, right? Plant in there, the Yinging, because everybody's upstairs or elsewhere.
Someone's bathrooms, but aside from that, yeah.
Is it? Is one bathroom? No one's bathroom.
No.
No,
Top.
Jaeger's. Is it Jaeger? Can't even say there's not a Jaeger. That guy's in
That's
office.
All right, yeah, because I see the icon.
Yeah.
Mm.
Shuttle's the only one on the ground floor, and he's way over at like passport. So the site's empty. The
This is where the hatch is open, which is not far from.
yeah, but if you go
Yeah,
in,
they have.
you can like just run left, like don't run towards that, and then the person in the window can cover that. Like just run into the far left corner as you come in the window.
Yeah.
Or hide behind their castle barricades in the windows. And it's Capcom Impacts, you hate to see it. It's wild. I think if Sonic's identified that, that's the play. That is the play. Honestly, another Glaz pick would have worked. Or could have worked. I like the zero pick because there's so many places you can stick cameras on this map, and zero is so strong. Although that's an angle I've not seen before. What is that? What is that angle?
There must have been a Goyo canister that he was
There is a
shooting.
glove canister like in there. So like the top right hand corner
Full
of that
cannon.
wall,
Mm.
you can see the window from the hatch. That's good. I like that. Playing above on that side, that's a good way to do it.
So they did go to the window on the site, but
Oh, how do you get down?
can most likely. Who got killed going.
Going for a different swing. Yeah. The think above the actual window on that side is hard, so having the hatch to be able to see is quite good. I'll hate you on me now. That is an instant trade. Like the callouts must be so on point to get such a quick trade, right? The wall in the archives open. Here we go.
Ying
Oh,
fist.
it's not an execute. Why through that? Okay, there's a question.
How did Rexon kill himself with a... Oh, right.
The buck. How did he kill himself?
He shot a Goyle canister.
Well,
But surely that would be Goyo's kill, right?
if
Because he's an attacker.
No, it's whoever shoots it that gets the kill.
Weird. And then how does somebody else died, right? Shuttle killed Grexar. It was hanging about passport, right? They're just a bit spread out, the attackers.
Mm.
Gio's one of the players that have been around a long time. But he needs trades.
Yeah.
He was oblivious to that, Yang. My god.
Oh.
Did he just shoot a Thunderbird station? No, use it first. 26 seconds. Who's
Other
got
both at full
case?
health.
That's a nice angle from the main stairs.
Indeed.
And then
Yep.
they know nobody's in sight because the guy was on the stairs. How did you not know he was there? He's still blind, but that was close. That was closer than it deserved to be. I don't know what Citizen was thinking. Well, you know you can take sight because the guy's literally just fought you from the stairs.
Mm.
You know there's two alive. You kill the guy in sight. You know where the other one is. Mad. Oh, TTO. Let's
So they probably did expect the other guy to be running for sight rather than coming back up for them.
let's listen to what they say.
What is going on in that other match?
Outside of that, dude, the rest of you guys, we gotta go exposing outside. Like, taking advantage, that's pretty much everything we're expecting that shit right now. Try to your player hard zones, let's stack the site, make sure they can take us. Kind of go into that game plan that we got the other troops outside the border, right? So we kind of got Jason that. And bring the war, they're bringing the fucking class in all the time right now. So bring the war as well. So outside of that, we're fucking separate. All the grounds are in control. So it goes you can't penetrate, and outside of that, like I said, just play the hard zones. Don't expose deep on them, fake the cheat.
Alright, let's go armory here. I'm gonna need a mirror, Ward, and Goyo. Let's put 2 flames for the fucking archives plant. Ward and play armory with the mirror here. And then let's put a fucking radio mirror right now, alright? Yeah.
Track the C4 ski for planting.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring Valk Smith around the map right now.
Yeah, I'm bringing the C4 just because.
Exceptional.
Okay, did you catch much on that?
Only bits here and there.
and
Yeah,
something
but-
at Glass. In Glass.
Well, we were saying bring Warden because they play Yang and Glass every round.
Mm.
That's pretty much all I caught because the guy is so soft spoken, but Forrest was kind of taking control of that. Like, oh, we need Goyle, we need Mira, we need. Yeah.
Yeah, not only was the guy very soft spoken, but the team comms were half the volume of the actual audience.
There wasn't an audience, that was the other game. There's 2 games run at the same time because there were 2 streams going. So whatever's happening in the other game is the players are shouting at each other or something. Happens.
So it was half the volume of the team comms.
So there's the Goyle and the Mir,
Twice.
Goyle, the Mira,
and
the Warden.
they're talking about the C4.
And they were talking about Valkyrie as well.
the
4
C4.
C4s! Yes.
Enthusiastic.
The last time they played this site, it was the East Stairs Monty Plan. And you can just chuck your C4 over that. Archives shelving. There's a pile of cats on me. Right, so everyone's below. Or, no. Valkyrie's below.
And there's no Yang. There's attack.
Or Glass.
Velk's just come upstairs.
In fact,
No one's below.
only Rexon has smoke grenades. Well, look how much the FAMAS has dropped off in the meta. Have you seen it at all? Lickafak and BDS plays it. And Alamau on... That was...
Oh,
He
So
nuked,
you need the
he
S to make
nuked
it.
properly, but he just didn't win the
Didn't quite
gunfight.
manage. Yeah.
Didn't quite manage to hit the guy. Although there is a bit of a... You watch it. There's a little bit of the how was that not a headshot there. 'Cause he does bring his right up off his head. Although also, edge of his screen, Adrenal Sword, right?
Mm.
He'd be dead if it wasn't for Finka.
Yeah.
Getting the value out of the Finka. Yeah, Ally brought it once and he took a gunfight and was shooting the ceiling within seconds, and that's the only time I've seen anyone like that. BDS are mad. They're scary. It's actually incredible that they don't win more trophies. I think a lot of the time it's because sometimes they're strategy, like they'll have a strategy, but then it'll just end up being Shaiko go kill. And they were excellent at attacking Oregon basement.
there's a Sledge getting the kill on Valkyrie from East Stairs Vault.
Not allowed to change the time now. That was muted.
Yeah, because you'd messed with the volume.
No, that was a different key I hit for the volume. I wasn't doing anything with that button. Right, so where's Valkyrie?
Told the office. Maybe not. First two shots, oh no.
Yeah, Sledge just walks in the stairs wall and this
There we go.
this is called the suicide position because you can throw grenades in from that. Like,
The turret on the roof.
yeah. And like it's good for watching these stairs because obviously the mirror here he's watching these stairs. The
It is
footholds.
a Jaeger, right? So they could have.
There are
yeah.
Oh, there it's open.
no, it's not. There are
Yeah.
at least two ADSs. The other one wasn't open.
Yeah, it just got opened right then.
Oh, that's open. You're right. Still one in the gunfights. Oh, when you watch this again. Oh no, it's a different one, but he murdered. Spiff's one of them young gunners. Now the 18-year-olds that just flatten people. How did Goyo die? They're also getting lots of value out of the
Claymore got.
Val.
Oh.
Goyle was shooting,
Yep.
and then Claymore, so I assume they were chasing something down.
Ace's
It
Claymore.
was over break room side.
Spiff just shot Citizen.
Yeah, Spiff's one of them young gunners, they're scary guys.
Mm.
Shell doesn't have a huge KD here. Oh. This is Rexon to be fair. I don't know what roles they typically play. That was unlucky. Trade. So they're probably going to try to run and plant behind the ball. I spoke about.
Mm.
Well, it's just Ace over there, and in fact I can get the cover from knows the guys in the corner there. Oh, that was a bad throw.
Whoa.
How did Ace die? It's must as good. But like Goyle must have shot
It's
through.
been right
Warden.
behind him.
Oh no, he's coming
The
in
warden.
he's coming in the air conditioning window. Like you know where Andrew plays when we attack East Stairs?
Mm.
He's there. And the Goyle must
Yeah,
get him from
yeah.
like the metal detector. Yeah. My left arm is trapped. I'm sitting with my legs crossed and my like hand was between my legs, like on my left knee as my right leg's over it. But then there's like the left leg's pointing to my right, and then the right leg's pointing to my left, and then Heidi's on me pointing to my right, and then Gunther's on her pointing to my right. So it's like mega crisscrossing.
On that second to last kill, it's Warden killing Finka, I think,
Yeah, what?
on the
no.
window.
Yeah,
It's the
okay.
empty.
And then Mira's in.
But I think it's shooting. I think it is that window. But
Yeah.
I think they're getting the shot through the reach into Fountain, then through the wall that's open.
He's
I don't
facing. He's
No, no,
facing the
you're
metal
right.
detector.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I was thinking Goyo. I don't know why, because it's like obviously the Mira. This is the Vector, right? Two operators have it.
I didn't realise it was right up against the metal detector. I thought it was closer to the stairs.
It is a weird angle because you don't think you can see that window from there, do you?
Depending if it's open, it's probably is. Well, it is visible.
It
Obviously.
must be. The guy shot him. Right, man,
Yeah.
back Gunther.
Yeah, I guess if you have the right hole in the wall, that's totally there.
Border is paper thin, and like I was talking about it in Discord before, like you can see all the way through the map from almost anywhere. It's mad.
Yeah, in that last round, Nook pushed up main stairs and fought for it with Mira for a bit, and they
Yeah.
could see right along to east wall
Yep.
where Sledge then broke in. So it's like that's practically all across the map, as you're saying. It was really just one room that's been opened.
But it's the angle from
East stairs.
no, the angle from CC. Remember before in CC you open the walls in front of the metal stairs. It goes upstairs. Observer, go upstairs, right? But that wall, and that wall.
Mm-hmm.
See
Yeah.
all
You can
the way
angle right through
across. It's mad. You do it like north to south as well in the same room practically, right? Because you can just open these two walls.
Yep.
It's a wild map. Like some of the reworks have been garbage, but this rework's been really good. Like this is a really good map. I like Border.
Indeed. If you know what you're doing with it, it's just insane.
The like bank, the top floor is a maze. Like it's it's actually so all over the place. There's like so many narrow corridors that twist and turn for each other. Again,
And bank?
no, console.
Oh, right.
Well, banking's a good map as well.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about a technical timeout. So they can't talk to other coaches in a technical timeout. You'll see coach headsets up.
Yep.
It's only in the tactical timeouts. Although I'll call the tactical timeouts TTOs because they call them TTOs. But
This is also
yeah,
the same
technically,
initials.
technically.
Yeah.
I would just call it tech time.
So during the game, can the coaches
No.
talk to them? Not allowed.
They can only talk during a tactical timeout.
I mean, you'll hear them like shouting like, "Oh, that was great" and things like that. But if they tried to give any like advice, these referee guys would be like, "Oh no, not allowed."
Probably penalise them for it.
That would be interesting. Like I've never seen a team penalised, but I have seen like them being forced to replay a round from like the start. But that was because of like a Monty glitch.
Because what?
There's a glitch where you knife like looking at the floor at Monty and it kills him as if his shield wasn't there. And somebody did that on the basement of Bank, or the enemy team claimed they did that, and it was like,
Oh.
Can't exploits. Can't use exploits or whatever.
in the game. You ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Goyle and Melisai. These people are trying to waste time.
Yeah.
5-4, it's quite close. Kane's not putting anything down. I feel I think this is a good Gridlock. I think this is a good lineup for defence, right? Because you get the Cade to electrify things and whatnot, play site. You get the execute plant denial, and you get the information denial with the active utility. You get the two guys with passive utility. Their utility wastes time, so they can plant it around site, and like Warden and Cade can play around it. And then they can go off and frag. Like they can, like if they died, it would suck losing the entry, but they still have all the utility. And say it was a trade, right? Say that Goyle killed Ace and then Gridlock killed Goyle. That means there's no walls getting opened by Ace. Like his utility goes with him. So it's like there's
Most of them are.
yeah, most of them are like that. Yeah, in fact, all of them.
You
Unless
could
you-
argue that Zero is not really active utility. You put it down and then it's there.
You still need to get it down though.
Yep.
Say the same with Gridlock. You still need to get it down though. Like if it's on entry, that's that.
If you're killed on entry, you're screwed.
Yeah. The Goyles are getting taken care of by the Flores.
He got his toes singed.
Oh no, that's on the metal side. Oh, that did nothing.
Didn't do it.
The metal side is indestructible. This is a kind of rat angle that Goyle's holding. Is Goyle with the TCSG? Where's Goyle? Oh,
I
he's
know
got
Victor.
Victor. Kids get the TCSG.
That's his Goyle burnout. He's got two of those, right? Two canisters.
He's got 4.
Four.
There's,
Excellent.
Two down.
there's one there.
I really don't play Goyle.
Goyle's incredible. Goyle's really good. Goyle is really good. Strong ass operator. You know,
That's
the
the
other side
last-
Banshee.
Yeah. That was the last Rotero.
No, this is why Flores is so strong though. Like Flores is absurdly strong. Although impacts do get rid of the
Any nade, any explosive.
even when it's locked.
But yeah, they did have to spend the time and utility dealing with those. So they
I mean, they
accomplished
got
it.
it, but it's so much faster than it would be with anyone else. Right? Like you do that with Zofia, Ash. You need to bring both of them first of all to get the same amount of effectiveness, and it would take you so much
Does Ash
longer.
not get 3 rockets?
No, she gets 2.
Oh.
Either way, you still need to bring both of them. 'Cause
Oh, no,
that's the way
'cause-
you get 4.
Yeah, but one of his Roteros was wasted.
Just because he wasted it, still he still has it. It's still like overall, you'd still need to bring both of them, not just this round. We're getting a rare Gridlock pick, but no man's land. In fact, we've got double flank watch because we've got Gridlock and Zero, which is interesting. Never really used Gridlock's assault rifle. I always take the LMG, but it's kind of been nerfed a bit. It's not an angle I
Yeah,
would have thought
I've
of.
used both quite a bit. They're both good. I think I actually prefer the F90 over the Saw.
That is a wonderful skin he's got in his TCSG. He's also got the brick on the end of it. That's a Goyle canister, but it's in it's in the small office, which is a strange location. Also, who activated it? Like, who shot that out?
Good question.
Somebody from below, maybe.
Yeah, it could have been someone from because attackers will get the site. You probably wait till you...
Activated by a C4, maybe.
Yeah.
No, nobody has. No, Cade has used, so maybe Cade.
The whole thing to play here is to activate that with this, like on the sledge. Yeah, Cade's C4's on the ceiling.
Yeah.
On that shot. Like, yeah, try to C4 the sledge, but the Goyle canister would be better for like the Zero or someone if you try to C4 from hard breach on the hatch. It's on the hatch. So, like he's going, you know that animation that puts the opener down? The Goyle canister would be fantastic for that. Like,
Yeah, because
Is it shoot it when he goes to put it down, or like?
yeah,
it would-
like shoot it when he goes to put it down, and then he's in that animation, and he can either stop the animation or take the fire damage. And it was in the doorway, he stuck
Probably
it.
both.
No, it wasn't the C4 because Cade's C4
Yeah.
is still on the ceiling in here.
So you would still shoot it through the
Cade's dead.
ceiling, shoot it through the ceiling, but have it next to a hardened hatch.
That was like he's just running about. Like that's what is that? He's running about like in the open. Like why?
Indeed.
See, this is where Gridlock's strong on staircases. You can absolutely fill a staircase with those things. That's a nice angle on the metal stairs. The Melisai is holding.
Yeah.
I'm assuming is inspection, right? Yeah.
Yes. So Sledge's got some verticals, but not really
Gridlock's got all her stuff down.
utilized.
Did Zero get all of his stuff down? When did Zero die? He's in the
Yeah.
camera here, but did he get all of them down? He's in a drone. Zero being in cams makes sense, but he didn't be in cams 24 hours a day, right? Does that man move? Okay, he's got 2 in his pocket there. He goes on cam, drone,
It's just flicking
cam.
between. Yeah. Nice. Still got them both. Back into the drone. So he's trying to keep an eye open for something.
He needs flank watch, that's his entire
Yeah.
role.
And then while he's flank watching, he gets flanked.
Don't know how he died. He could have been. Still got 2.
Hmm.
I mean, he's moving because he's not in the cameras. Don't know what he is, but he's moving. Here's the insane Cade just wandering about.
He's coming down bottom of these stairs there, waiting. Who's got Zero?
Zero.
Yep, and dies.
Oh.
Dies to
Yeah.
the warden, so he just takes a fight and waiting and loses. So there's 2 cameras in pocket though, so doesn't get much out of his utility. It's Gridlock. I'm saying Gridlock's really strong with the metal stairs, but go to shot.
Hmm.
Look at take a quick second. Look at the actual player ratings. Shaiko, top player. Right.
Player that's in this match.
Yeah, I'm not really too keen on using track singers on stairs because
Then you're playing
if you're trying to stop
Gridlock
someone
wrong.
coming up, say again?
No, you play them on the stairs. Yeah, Shuttle.
If-
Who's the
If
kid
someone's
is-
coming up the stairs, they can literally stand round the corner at the bottom and just shoot them out before they expose themselves. But
that's
if
the
they're
same
on the landing,
anywhere, right?
if they're on the landing, you have to actually come almost to the top of the stairs before you even know they're there.
Okay, but they open out on looking fill the full stairs. So Shuttle is what is that? A minus 78 KD. It's a great KD.
Wow.
Most of the people below are from APAC, which is we know how APAC goes. Like APAC, none of them made it to groups. The only map any of them, or the only game any of them won was against BDS, strangely. And so the next LAN, of course they filled it with APAC. There were 9 APAC teams, and then they'd all just get slapped about again. If you combined your first and last names, that could be your gamer tag, Andrew. Who else? So he's the lowest rating, but who else from this game? Quite a bit up for Astralis or Sonics. Forest. Spiff. Spiff was playing well this game. Iconic G90. I think Iconic left him at 1080. Everyone in Sonic's above them. Yeah. Okay. Wild. Anyway, let's see how this one goes. How did he case in sight? Where is he?
The window at workshop.
Okay, so he just jumped in and then
It seems that way. I don't know if there was a
gridlock.
contest in the window.
Suddenly in the post plan, like the planner gets killed, which is acceptable, but then the vertical player gets killed, the gridlock. The mill size rat spot finally paid out for her. Paid off
Yeah.
because she was there the whole game or the whole round.
Well, it's quite a solid position, right?
Yeah, I guess. And Melisai is quite heavy. Remember that. Makes a lot of noise, doesn't get anywhere fast. Forrest might do better if he was in those sunglasses indoors. Like he's not playing poker, he's playing Siege.
Wait, who's playing sunglasses indoors?
Forrest.
Yeah.
No, not Forrest.
Don't know. His
Oh,
name.
I see it.
The guy that's really lowly rated.
Yeah. Oh, they could have a
Shaw.
medical issue that means he has to wear glare-resistant glasses when looking at screens.
I feel like he's just trying to look cool.
Is that
Double
from,
Goyo on the window.
like Bono, right? He
They really want to keep that sealed.
Oh yeah. Playing this set you kind of do. They're going for
Yeah.
these stairs fortress again with Castle. Who else did they brought? Warden, Capkin, Oryx.
no Mira.
No Mira.
Ooh.
Oryx is alright because there are 4 hatches and they're basically the corners of the map. Well, there are 5 hatches really. Oh, yeah, 5 hatches. Flores again, just to get rid of the Goyos and stuff. Like, I like the 0. I don't think 0 gets played enough. Especially in maps like this with lots of windows around the map. And high up places you can hide the cameras. And that thing, like it looks like interference in the video that was going in the like over the map there, but it was actually Lion's gadget.
Oh, yeah, 'cause it's in the sky.
Yeah. You see that in game if you do it.
I think you're a little bit more charitable with your trades, just looking at the way that you mark it down. I've only listed that there were 2 proper trades. You have 4 written down. Either way,
Goyo in the
both agree based on your
heading in the box.
no time has Astralis gotten an uncontested opening pick. Conversion rate for Sonics, quite poor. What do you think the main issue with that is?
The sledge coming in these stairs every round.
I think it's how
They should know about it, right?
Apparently. Someone's grown in the suicide spot.
Well, he comes in that wall, opens that exact time every single round. Capkin's get a trap in his pocket.
Mm.
Nice.
That
Oh,
was-
Oh,
I thought I had it.
He hit the shot, but not when it mattered. How did you die? Probably is getting risky because he knows they've got the man advantage, right?
mm.
Okay, Oryx gets him. Where's Oryx playing? Literally anywhere. Because he's Oryx. Also, the casters are saying that is the first opening kill Astralis has gotten.
Mm.
I hadn't noticed that stat, but it doesn't say a lot about Sonics if they're like tied at 5-5 when they're getting all the entries.
Yeah.
Crossfired on the passport door.
There goes Castle.
From above. Was Castle above?
No, he was at the door.
It was
He was shot from outside.
Yeah, we shot at
Okay.
Passport Dover.
Yeah, but
Is it
he was
East
shot. Oh, he was shot by Wrexham, who's in the upstairs.
Oh, I thought it was Lion here.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
it's-
just
it's Castle, one of the
Just
players.
happens to be at the same time. Yeah.
No, Castle's in office.
Yeah, so Citizen just happened to be firing in there at the same time as Wrexham got the kill.
Yeah, they're like pushing from different angles. Yeah, it does look like Citizen gets a kill, but that's not what happens. It is in fact Florida.
Yeah.
The gun in the top right gives it away. Quite a lot.
Yeah.
Doesn't have Lions, Big Man, Drum Magazine.
Sonics are back to them, the man advantage.
Yes.
45 to go. It's Oryx hunted down and Passport.
Like, they'll force them out there.
A flashbang and
Okay, so they knew it was there, so they've set up a crossfire and then flashed them, so he has to leave.
Yeah. Am I right in thinking it's first to 6?
7.
7.
It's best. Well, it's a best of 12, so first to 7. So next round, no matter who wins, is map point for that version.
Oh, it's 5-5 right now, so.
just the warden.
Yeah, 6 points is map point.
Alright. So basically, if someone gets 6 this time, that's it.
No, map point is you win the next round, you win.
Mm.
It's like tennis, like match point.
So it'll now be map point for Sonics, right?
Yes. They just held the window and dropped the hatch. That's
Yeah, 4v1
Yeah.
outside. Standard execute, I guess.
yeah. Picked them apart on the room there. The lion helped.
Yeah, the line, I don't know if he's doing it, like, that kill we were slightly confused on that
Yeah,
Forrest got on Castle.
Yeah.
There was, the line was scanning either before or just as he was getting the kill. I don't know if that was like timed and tactical. But yeah, the line did seem to help.
All these Logitech keyboards.
Mm.
Also, look at the size of the mouse mats. Like I was saying earlier, like
Yeah.
they have really low sensitivity. They move their whole arm to turn their guy, but then just move their wrist to change viewpoints. A bandit. You gonna try to trick?
Hmm.
They're playing armory, so they could trick the armory well. Jaeger extended into those are some nicely placed ADSs, Andrew.
One right under the window. No, and two right under the window.
Oh.
Amira.
Here is.
And they could try to trick the armory window and rotates. Although they've reinforced into fountain, but then opened the rotate further along. Where, okay, so you can come up metal stairs and see mirror on our window. That's a choice. But she can watch these well, I guess. What are they bringing to clear this out? The ace is good. Everyone else is kind of frag happy, right?
There's just probably
That's
the lion, Ash, Anna. Lion there.
What's the idea with Buck? Because you can get verticals, but Jaeger's holding that by itself. Like,
The verticals into, well, for instance, CC, maybe East Wall that they've opened that.
Yeah, I mean, if they manage to get a drone into CC without it getting killed, they can
He's hunting.
yell a ping and Buck can shoot big holes out from underneath.
Whole CC. He's opened twins.
he's opening 90. The up the way angles are always like they're always favoured in who's on top, right?
Mm. As long as whoever's on top is aware of the angle and before it actually gets shot.
I think you'd be aware of Buck, right?
Mm.
Years dropped, giving up CC quite early in the round. They didn't force them to come fight him. That was a flick. Looking good for Sonics.
And an all down defender
Although
down.
a run out.
Oh,
What?
suddenly not looking good for
There was a
Sonic.
run out and then Warden get a kill and Forrest gets
And they got
another
an
kill.
off.
Yeah. And
And
so
there's
Jaeger
Buck
there got
looking
the.
for the trade. No, that's not a Jaeger, that's a Warden. That's an MPX.
No, it's Blitz. No, not Blitz. Bandit.
Yes, man. Okay. You're just
Bandit.
naming Germans.
And then
Well, the
Right,
first
seems
time
like
I was
that.
looking at him and what I honestly thought I saw was Jaeger.
The Ash was able just to walk into CC and kill everyone though.
Yeah.
killed Mira.
Killed Mira and Jaeger. Right.
No, the Jaeger was killed by Buck.
Oh yeah, okay.
First
And
kill.
And then Lion kills the. It's not anyone driving, it's all two.
Mira's returning to the window and gets shot.
Yeah. Through
Through
that.
that opening into the corridor there at the security cabin.
Obviously, they had information on CC, right? Oh, just Jiggle peek for information.
That gives you information.
Yeah, because you can, well,
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't hopefully be shot, but you can see maybe.
you
Yeah,
can
you
see,
lean out for a split second and then you undo the lean.
and then you can lean again, already firing, knowing where they are, right?
Yep.
There's a shot.
Mm.
So it's just iconic. Try to save this for Astralis.
But yeah, it used to be you could undo the lean faster by leaning the other way, but they took that out a couple of updates ago.
That was a flank.
It's all that breach into security from the corridor, isn't it?
Well, they had the CC wall open. Can I do it? No.
Whoa.
It's close. Good try. The flank was nice. Sonics were just oblivious to it.
Well,
I think the only major takeaway I would have is like some of the attacks for Astralis. It's like bring operators that clear utility, man. Like you're bringing like
mhm.
I mean that one they've got like nuke and stuff, but like sometimes they'll try to clear CCTV, for example, with not very much, like just gunning.
Gathering intel and popping to make their shots, basically.
Yeah, but explosives are good. Right. And
Did they bring Flores sometimes, or was that that was our team, wasn't it?
they probably brought Flores. Who wouldn't bring Flores?
I didn't see a Flores until Sonics were attacking.
That's insane. The last play was entertaining.
Yeah.
Oh, do you two have anything particular to say?
No.
Well, I've not really done much of these Pro League reviews, but I see what I've heard about Solace being picked quite often.
Sauce is strong.
That's true. I can see the deep strength there.
Sees all the drones, sees all the utility. He's like, oh, they're going to open this wall. Could you see them with it? Could you see the
Right,
case?
You can even see them on their phones.
Extremely powerful, yes.
Yep.
Sauce is strong. Azami's also very strong. There's a reason Azami's the most banned operator.
I did notice that the match basically exactly followed the overall dynamic for the map. 49% defender favoured. It was basically 50-50 right up to the end, where attackers won twice in a row.
So 80% of all rounds, Andrew, Azami is either picked or banned.
It's quite a lot.
Yana's picked a lot as well. Yana's 81 actually. Picked or banned. Well, not banned very much. Because she's the top entry fragger. Well, look at Ying as well.
That Ying mostly banned, yeah.
48%.
8% bans.
Yes.
When you were looking at the player stats, quite a few of them had their favourite attacker being
Yana, yeah.
Yeah,
A lot of the
and a
entry
lot-
fraggers will have.
a lot of them to be fair at the bottom of the rating. I don't know if that's a good thing, but well, some at the top as well. So yeah, everybody's entry frag. That's where you get your 81% right. Most of that
Yes.
picking, not banning.
The Glaz. What? Glaz? Most picked Glaz? That's anything. Okay. APAC. It makes sense when it's APAC. He had that as a
It sticks out, right?
strat as a thing, yes. Yeah. There are entry fraggers that are good and there are entry fraggers that aren't good, and like they're very obvious on this. Where's my
And there's
team?
this DS Lucas who had the
The thermite, yeah.
yeah.
Like you can see roles just based on
Yeah, there's a bit split down by team, right?
yeah.
The Yana on each team, or two in the top. Yeah.
There's not one on Space Station, but Space Station didn't do great, as you can see.
There is a Yana there.
Oh, there is. Faults. Oh, dear, faults.
Maybe it's if the Yana doesn't do well, then they don't do well.
Yeah, I mean, the entry fragging is a thing.
The team there's a Yana. Wolves.
It's the one that doesn't have Yana as favoured attacker.
Mowgli. Tyrant. Yeah. There's 2 on Citizen, and 2 on Citizen, 2 on Sonics. Surprised it's not Citizen. Well, Citizen Nuke is the operator for Citizen. The basically just sneak in somewhere and kill people.
There's a team called Dire Wolves. Why have I not seen them yet?
Because they're crap. Like,
There's also a team called Wolves, right?
yes, Wolves. They were
And
in
then-
the same group. There is a match: Dire Wolves versus Wolves.
The Wolves are Dire, and the Wolves, yeah.
There's also like a couple of operators that have the same name, like I don't know, it must be FaZe, but there's like 2 Astros. There's someone else there's 2 of.
So far, we've yet to see a team without a Yana.
2 Rises. BS, that's the shy call. Yep, lost 1.
Oh,
Cyclops.
Yep.
M80. Dark Zero. FaZe. There's one of the Astros. Yeah, there's an Astro there and there's an Astro in FaZe. So when they played each other, it was fantastic.
Lowercase Astro and uppercase Astro. That's every team has one.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, that's the end of the list.
there's another like overlap as well. I think it would be Rise. Does FaZe have a Rise? No. One of the Latam teams has a Rise, I'm sure.
There wasn't RHZ there. That might be pronounced Rise, I suppose.
Where is it? Yeah, that'll be it. Okay, because when they played Wolves, it was also confusing because there was the Rise there, which was the oldest player at the tournament. But that is an end of this part of, or this episode of Pro League Review. So, leave us a rating and whatnot if you enjoyed that. Comment on your thoughts on the game. Leave us VOD links for things you want us to go over. Yeah, and we'll see you in the future.
Bye.